Welcome back to Learning to Budget After 40. I am back with an end of month update for the month of April. I share with you guys how much I was able to save, how much debt I was able to pay down, and how much weight I was able to lose. And I share with you guys why I have the specific goals that I have. So let's get to it. As usual, I have my planner here and my Excel sheet on my tablet that I use to track my progress. Let's take a look here. So on my calendar, I have a section, and it's very poorly written because I didn't do it on a post-it like I usually do here. I just kind of scribbled it down. So this is for the month of March. I have 3 goals. 1, to increase my savings, decrease debt, and decrease my weight. So for the month of April, I didn't create a post-it, but I wanted to share with you guys that I did increase my savings by $333.86. I'm going to bring you guys in a little bit closer. So in the month of April, I was able to open up a local bank account in my area. And I was also able to meet my car emergency fund, which is $1,000. As you can see right here in this column, that is, oops, this is what I have now. I also have, because I have now 2 savings account and now 2 checking account. 1 checking is going to be my daily pay my bills, just spending cash is going to be in there. So like I said, a couple of things did change. So what I did open up my account, and because of that I had to figure out what I'm going to have and what. So 1 savings account will have my baby emergency fund, my car emergency fund, and in that same savings account I will also have my home down payment savings, working towards that. In that, I'll hold that in that account. In my Chase savings account, as of right now, I'm just going to have that starter home down payment goal of $500, which is what I have for the end by the end of this year. And then in my Capital One checking account, I'm going to have my 3 to 6 months emergency fund, which I would like to have $12,000 for that. So as you can see, I have small amounts in each account, which is fine because I'm going to grow these amounts. I also got a job at Bath and Body Works. So 50% of that paycheck is going to go to my Capital One savings, which is my home down payment goal of $19,500. And then obviously with my starter home goal, that'll be $20,000 eventually. And I'm probably going to move these funds around once I get closer to my goal. As obviously right now I'm not that close, so I'm not even going to worry about it. This is just what I'm going to do so I can I need to have like a place and a goal set for each of these accounts. That way I know what I'm working towards. Obviously my 3 to 6 months emergency fund, it will be something that, oh wait a second, I just realized this. My categories are all saved in priority. So that's why you see number 5, start home down payment, has 76, 3 to 6 months emergency fund has 50, and home down payment goal of the $19,000 only has $29.65, because my goal is to reach this $500 first, then emergency fund, and then home down payment. Obviously, I'm still going to be working on paying off my debt, but these are my goals, and that's why I have them. Also, another thing that you guys are going to notice on my channel, for those of you that follow me, I'm no longer going to be holding so much cash in this house. I'm roommating with a boomer who doesn't take into consideration that, well, we're always here, so I don't feel like safety isn't big of an issue, but I also worry about like fires. I don't think she's done any maintenance to this house. She leaves the door unlocked. This is a fairly safe neighborhood, but at the same time, if you grew up in the ghetto like I did, then people from the ghetto are going to go to the nice neighborhoods to rob. So she leaves the door unlocked. The garage door is never locked. My degrees in cybersecurity, physical security was one of the things that we learned about. Not only that, but I do follow like cops, like retired cops and detectives, and online, and it is a statistic out there that you're most likely to get broken into from an open door, which isn't even really breaking in, you just left the door unlocked, or your garage, because the garage door is easy to get in because a lot of people don't put alarms on those doors. Or your garage, like you could open up the garage and steal whatever's in the garage. So I am concerned about that. So I'm not going to keep that much cash in the house. I do have renter's insurance, so the rest of my stuff is fine. I'm not going to worry about it. But the cash is something that your renter's insurance will not cover because you can't prove prove what it is. Like if you read the fine print, your cash is not covered. You lose that. So I don't want to have like, I think at one point I even had like $3,000 in the house. I'm not going to do that. I'll keep what I need for whatever appointments I have upcoming. And the bank is close by. I'm always in that area. So we're just going to leave it at that. Now, this is my debt tracker. Unfortunately, for the month of April, I only decreased my debt by $94.30. I still owe, let me move this up. I'm going to show you guys my number. My debt, I'm at $44,204.75. So, according to my calculations, I am going to buy a condo still with student loan debt. And I'm probably going to work 2 jobs for probably about 3 to 4 years minimum. Which is fine because right now I'm averaging, let me get a calculator. Okay, I had to get a calculator. Right now I'm averaging, I average 98 hours this pay period between my full-time job, overtime at my full-time job, and then Bath and Body Works. Sorry, Bath and Body Works. That's where I work now. I only did 3 hours there. Most of that 98 hours is my regular job. I did work about, 14, 17 hours of overtime. I'm not even sure anymore. Yeah, I think it's 17 hours. So next paycheck will be pretty nice. I'll be able to make a dent in my debt because savings, I'm doing good on savings. I'm not touching my savings. But my debt, man, I don't know. I keep putting stuff on my credit card. But for those of you that are new to my channel, because I do talk about my personal life in here, I did recently go through a breakup. And you guys wouldn't believe the nerve of this clown. So this clown, I don't know what happened, but his friend contacts me on Facebook and Instagram, but they can't get a hold of my ex. And they can't get a hold of him, and they're worried. They've knocked on the door. He stood them up. They were supposed to go meeting. They ride their motorcycles, and they go, for like half the day, get something to eat, and they come back home. That they stood him up. He's not answering his phone. That they're really worried about him. They went to the house. He's not answering the door. The TV's on. The cat's in the window. Cops won't listen to them or won't break into the house. Can you come by? Do you have a key? Can you contact them? Scaring me pretty much. I start panicking. When I panic, I do 2 things. I mostly spend money, but I spend money on eating and buying stuff. So I went out to eat. My stress meal is a Happy Meal from McDonald's. Chicken nugget, baked kids meal with fries and apple slices and a diet whatever. And a cheeseburger with no onions, extra pickles. That's my stress meal. Then I went to go Famous Footwear. I bought some black tennis shoes, Nikes, because I didn't have any black gym shoes. And then I went to Ulta and I spent like $60 there on like skincare products. And then I went to the gym. And then, so after I left the shopping and the eating, my BFF contacted me because I was messaging her and sending her a screenshot. She contacted me. She calmed me down enough to where, all right, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to pound this out on the treadmill. And then I felt fine because what I ended up doing at the end was like, I remembered a TikTok video that said, if somebody's trying to keep into your life or if it was like they're threatening their own life, get their family involved. Get their family involved because you're not equipped to help them. Because either 1, you're going to give into their manipulation, or 2, they really do need help. So to me, it wasn't even him, it was his friend. So I was like, you know what? I'm still going to take that advice. I'm going to pass it on to his family. I gave him his sister's phone number. And I gave him the handle to his cousin's Instagram. And the particular cousin that I gave it to is somebody who, no nonsense. Like, what the F are you doing? What are you, like, you a clown? Or, like, what is this nonsense? What's going on? Like, what do you need? Like, do we need to help you? Like, tough love type of dude. So I knew he was no nonsense, and getting him involved would have been a good idea. So anyways, I was freaking out. What I haven't mentioned is we actually broke up Super Bowl Sunday. And I just gave my 3rd month's rent, so that's how long I've been separated from him. I've been no contact with him since then, and by no contact I mean I haven't seen him. I haven't spoken to him on the phone. We've exchanged texts, and he's sent me numerous texts, but most of the time I'm not going to answer because it's nothing that I give a shit about. I love you, I miss you. You need therapy. He's telling me that I need therapy. Or that we should get therapy and he'll pay for therapy. Mind you, he's lied to me so many times before that I just gave up and I'm just not going to answer him. So anyways, I'm going to talk about that because I'm in my healing process. I've been trying to get back to me for quite some time now. So I am going to share that on this channel because I do struggle with my mental health, and that comes out in the way of me spending money. Hence why my Discover card is $11,000. So weight loss portion, I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys in a little bit closer because I want to show you guys what I started off at, what I weighed in the beginning of the month. Okay, guys, so March 31st, I weighed in at 208.0. Mind you, when I met my ex, I was at 172 pounds. And even then, I was trying to lose weight. I would go to the gym, like, pretty much if I didn't go to happy hour with my coworkers, I would go to the gym. So happy hour might have been 2 to 3 times a week. So the rest of that, I was at the gym unless I was up visiting my ex at the time. He lived, we were in a long distance relationship. So I was at the gym at least like 4 to 5 days a week. And when I got with my ex, going to the gym never seemed to have time for that. Never seemed to have time for myself. And I ended up gaining about 76 pounds. At my heaviest, I was 226 pounds. I am now down to, actually, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. On the 29th, I weighed in at 203.8. March 31st, I weighed in at 208.0. So my goal this month was to lose 3 pounds. I have exceeded that. Not by much, but if you're here trying to lose weight, you know that an extra pound is a lot. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of having to, watch what you eat, be mindful of like yourself all the time. Now, here's one thing that I did do. I gave up drinking because one, it's expensive, and then I drink a lot of water. I don't drink a lot of coffee. I might have 1, 2 max a day. Not even. More like I'll have 2 cups in one day, like maybe once every couple of weeks. But I'm happy to say that I have hit a new time low, 203.8. I haven't seen this number in over 3 years. I exceeded my goal. For this month, my goal was to lose 3 pounds. I lost 4.2 pounds. So I'm super excited to share that with you guys. I was in a bad relationship. I didn't really realize it was bad until it was too late. I'm glad I'm out of it now, and now I'm just working on me. And it makes me really sad that the most progress I've made was after I left him. So this is the 3rd month in a row that I've been able to increase my savings, decrease my debt, and decrease my weight. And this all started in the month of February, after I left him. So I left him mid-February, and yeah, I can't believe that this is how much this man negatively affected my life. We weren't married. We didn't have kids. We never commingled anything. Bills were either in his name or they were in my name. It was either my car that I paid with my money, or it was his car that he paid with his money. So luckily that, I was really lucky in that aspect that I never gave him that much control over me, because it's really... Sorry, guys, I had to get off camera. I was just saying that it's crazy how I just let him just take over my life. And I let him affect me so negatively. What you don't see that I'm sharing with you is that you don't see the anxiety and all the panic attacks that I used to have after I moved in with him. The insomnia, where I would sleep like 2 hours a night. And I couldn't sleep because I was always worried about shit that I had to clean and errands that I had to run. Stupid things like that. I used to tell my friends, I have to go home because I got to make sure I wash the dishes before I get home. I stopped listening to the music that I liked. I stopped dressing the way that I liked. I lost myself over what this man, he never wanted to marry me until he saw me getting back to me. And even then, he didn't ask me. He just told me we were going to get married. I thought he was too drunk to, remember what he said. But luckily, the day that he said he was going to get me my ring, or that he was going to look for it, we got into that big fight. And I left him. But, yeah. I just... Fuck, now I'm in my 40s. And I'm trying to get myself out of debt and pull myself back together. You don't see the stress, the weight gain. I mean, I told you what my weight gain is, but it's like I never saw it in myself, and I didn't have anybody in my life to tell me, hey, what's going on. If you ever see anybody that's looking tired or they're gaining weight, ask them what's going on. Because what happened to me, I'll ask people, hey, are you okay? Do you want to talk about it? Do you want to, go get coffee and just, talk about life? Because by the time I realized it, I isolated myself. I didn't even realize I did it. I just knew that if I was talking on the phone, he didn't like it. He would interrupt. He'd be like, hey, get off the phone. Phone, you need to pay attention to me now. I'm home now. We need to talk, or you need to spend time with me now. I lived with him. I always spent time with him. I always made dinner and we sat down together and ate together every night, whether if it was at home or somewhere. I would sit in the car in the parking lot somewhere and talk to my best friend because I didn't want to give her up. And I was willing to just, lie to him and just be like, oh, the grocery store is really busy. So luckily, I got my degree while I was with him, and I'm working on me, and yeah. So this is my end of month update, guys. I talk about getting back to me and how I'm gonna work towards a better me. How I use the zero-based budgeting system and the cash envelope system. I'm doing saving challenges. And now that it's just me, I feel like I'm going to make strides because I'm not going to have anybody holding me back. So, anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Sorry that I got emotional, but it really sucks to just know that the person you loved just intentionally screwed you over just so that they could hold you under them. So that is something that I'm working with, and I am seeing a therapist, so I hope you guys have a great day and just make good choices and just, I don't know, man. If you get a funny feeling, don't ignore it.